Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye shall be blind with his glory. Every ear shall be stricken deaf to hear the thunder of his voice. Let the men, women, and children of the earth come forth to gather and behold the power of Atom. Let those who dwell here in his favored land attend now to the words of the prophet of Atom. Come forth and drink the waters of the glow, for this ancient weapon of war is our salvation. It is the very symbol of Atom's glory. Let it serve as a reminder of the division that has occurred in the past, and the resplendence of the promise of our division in the times to come. Give your bodies
Oh, feeling a bit under the weather? Or a bit over the Geiger counter? I can tell! You're positively glowing! Now, just hold on and try not to move. Tell me how it feels, and I'll get you fixed right up. You're a lucky one, you know. At this level, most people don't make it. But then again, most people don't have my experimental tricks. And now, after taking a few notes, I'll take care of that nasty radiation with a bit of my own homemade concoction. I've never had the chance to test it out on someone so heavily dosed. Oh, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. Exciting, isn't it? Okay, a little Brahmin milk, a couple magnets, and maybe a few happy thoughts. Well, you're alive! Oh, that's the good news. But there was a little side effect. A teeny tiny, mutation. But it seems to be benign, at least. Here, take a few radiation chems as my little way of saying, I'm sorry I twisted your DNA like a kitten with a ball of yarn. Landmines are one of the few dangers out there that you can profit from. Disarm one before it blows, and you can sell it for plenty of caps. I've heard stories about a ghost town that's just full of mines. Traders just call the place Minefield. Sounds like the place for some field work. Get in there, get back, and tell me all about it. And could you bring back a mine for my studies? Oh, don't worry. No one ever goes there because they say it's a ghost town. And since ghosts don't exist, you can just focus on the landmines. I hear there's a playground in the middle of town. Reach that point and come back, and I'm sure you'll have some stories to tell. Have fun out there, okay?
Welcome to Megaton. Enjoy your stay.
Morning. up wasteland.
And now, one of my inspirational quotes from the mouth of your president, John Henry Eden, straight to your heart. The government should not be guided by temporary excitement, but by sober second thought.
Hey, who are you? Right. What do you want? Well, you can never be too careful. Be warned, it's not safe here. Super mutants attacked recently and carried off some of our friends. Come in. Just don't cause any trouble, okay?
Looks like the muties missed one.
We're all gonna die here. There's no way we can survive out here in this mess.
We can keep moving the barricades back. That seems to help.
A visitor? Who'd want to visit this hellhole? I'll bet you're here to rape and pillage us, aren't you? Aren't you? Not that it matters. We're all super mutant snacks anyway. The only thing you need to know is that we're all doomed. Sooner or later, they'll get every last one of us. What are you supposed to be anyway? Some kind of hero here to rescue our friends from the muties? Bah! You're just here to cause trouble.
Hello again, America. This is John Henry Eden, your president.
I knew it. You're just like all the others.
If that's all right.
Welcome to Big Town. Not that there's much of a town left. Those super mutants keep kidnapping people. Have you changed your mind? Are you going to rescue our friends? I'd given up hope. It's so hard here in the wasteland. Not like when we were young.
How did your leaders allow
They
the
took them to the
motion
north, to the
of
police station or
the
something. Do you think you could find them and rescue them?
The answer is really quite simple. Incompetence. Incompetence.
Oh, that's wonderful.
at the
Thank you so
highest
much.
echelons of
We don't
power.
have much,
We
but if you
put
can
our
bring them back
trust,
alive,
our
we'll give you
faith
everything we
in
can.
half-wits. Our intrepid leaders had everything they wanted. Power, wealth, prestige.
I'm so tired of being frightened all the time.
Lazy America. Oh, yes, and laziness breeds stupidity. Rest assured, I will not make the mistakes of my predecessors. When John Henry Eden builds a country, he builds it to last. The American way. Don't you, my darling America, deserve that? Don't you deserve a future free of war and fear and terrible uncertainty? Of course you do. As President of the United States, you have my solemn pledge that I will never rest, until we have what we deserve. A place to truly call home. We've got a part now, you and I, but don't be sad, America. The Enclave is working tirelessly to rebuild this great nation, so you don't have to. Until next time, this is John Henry Eden signing off. This is Enclave Radio with your host, me, President John Henry Eden. And now, one of my inspirational quotes from the mouth of your president, John Henry Eden, straight to your heart. It's easier to do a job right than to explain why you did.
Help me!
Mike, thank you. Thank you so much. I thought I was dead for sure. Here, I managed to hide these supplies before they tied me up. You take them. It's the best I can do to thank you. You're right. I'll try to make it on my own. If I'm careful, I should be okay.
This is President Eden, and you're listening to Enclave Radio, the voice of America. Greetings again, sweet America. This is President John Henry Eden, and I'd like to chat if you've got a moment. Let's talk about government, shall we? Or more specifically, your government, dear America, the Enclave. Just who is the Enclave? Why, now that's simple. The Enclave is you, America. The Enclave is your sister, your aunt, your friend, your neighbor. And well, yes, the Enclave is me as well. As your president, it is my responsibility to preside over our great democracy. So, as your president, I am the voice, I am the heart and soul of the Enclave. That is to say, I am the voice, heart, and soul of America. But only together, can we hope to reach our full potential, the way we were before the war, whole, beautiful, powerful. One Enclave, one America, now and forever. And now, dearest America, we must say farewell. For there is much work to be done, and the Enclave never rests. Never. Until we meet again, this is your president, John Henry Eden, signing off. You're listening to Enclave Radio. I'm John Henry Eden, President of the Enclave, President of America, President of your heart. Greetings, dearest America. This is your President, John Henry Eden. Let's chat, shall we? When I was a child, growing up in rural Kentucky, I had the best friend a boy could hope for, my dear old dog, Honey. Oh, the adventures we had. From Nod Creek to Hagenville we roamed, carefree and courageous, irresponsible, and completely inseparable. It was, for a little boy, the perfect existence. So, let me ask you, America, How many of your children can say the same? How many of this nation's youth are truly happy, truly carefree? Well, we both know the answer, don't we? Oh, none. America's children live in a terrifying, meaningless existence. There is no hope, no happiness. That changes right here, right now. From this moment onward, the children of this great nation are its highest priority. The Enclave will restore every American school, reinstate every youth program, and offer counseling and financial assistance to any family in need. We will match up the destitute, orphan children of the capital wasteland with qualified, eligible adults. We will rebuild the American family as it was meant to be. Values of our past shall be the foundation of our future. We've got a part now, you and I, but don't be sad, America. The Enclave is working tirelessly to rebuild this great nation, so you don't have to. Until we meet again, this is your president, John Henry Eden, signing off. Hello again, America the Magnificent. This is President Eden, and I was hoping we could talk. It's time we discuss something rather important. The issue at hand is, well, my presidency. The question has been raised, I know, as to just how I came to be elected to this most illustrious office, or whether or not I had been elected at all. To that I must answer, of course. Of course I was elected, sweet America, of course. Isn't the right to vote the very foundation of a democracy? Fortunately, in the interest of national security, I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of the election. You understand? But rest assured, I am your president, because the appropriate people of this great nation decided I should be. I am your duly elected representative. Of course, when the time comes, when my term is up, America will be free to elect a new president. And that person will have our full faith and confidence and carry our collective values forward into the future. Democracy, dear America. Democracy now and forever. Reflect upon all I have said, my America. Reflect and wait. For soon, this great nation will be reborn, and the Enclave will be its salvation. Until next time, this is John Henry Eden signing off. Hello again, America. This is John Henry Eden, your president. There are some things we should talk about, if that's all right. Did you know there are those amongst us who would shatter our hopes for peace, order, and security? These radical malcontents don't care about you. They don't care about America. All they care about is fulfilling their own selfish desires. Let's take a tally of these agitators, shall we? There are, of course, the raiders, those anarchistic ruffians who roam the wastes, preying on any and all, stealing, murdering. The so-called Brotherhood of Steel. Don't be fooled by their pseudo-knightly nonsense or supposed connections to the United States Army. These power-armored Boy Scouts are nothing more than common criminals.
Thanks. Who are you? Never mind, I don't care right now. Let's go get Red and get out of here. You lead, I'll follow. Let's go. Move it. All right, move it. Hell yeah! I'm right behind you.
glad that's over. Glad to see you're alive, Shorty. You're rescuing Shorty and me? Thanks. I thought we were goners for sure. I think the others are dead. Or worse. Me too. I'm extremely lucky you came along. Everyone else is dead or taken away to who knows where. Let's hurry back to Big Town.
Me too. Now let's get the hell out of here. This place gets worse all the time.
Did he rescue them?
Our hero
What?
returns.
Don't I count for something? He rescued me, at least.
I'm glad to be safely back home. Thank you. You're a real hero, you know that? I was going to offer you a reward, but I can put the caps to use buying medicine and supplies. Thanks. I know you've already risked your life once already, but I heard the mutants talking about another attack. They'll probably be here soon. Really? That's great. I'll let everyone know. You're a real hero, you know that?
Thanks for helping us. I just hope we can survive another attack. Probably won't. There was a super mutant attack recently, and where there's one big ugly, there are 10 more just waiting to grab you by the throat. Then the slavers will come and pick off what's left of your carcass and drag any survivors to Paradise Falls. Nearby, slavers move quick and come from all directions. Someone else might know where they nest. Skulk up toward Germantown near the police station. They always come from that direction. There isn't anything here that hasn't been destroyed or dragged away. You're better off scavenging the dead out in the wasteland. There's nothing here but the stench of death and the threat of attack looming over every sunset. The injured wind up in Red's clinic. There's always so much red on the doctor, and it's not from her fabric. Sometimes you'll see small, tired dots on the horizon instead of angry, anxious ones. Those are settlers who come here from lamplight. The poor fools. Bye.
What? Don't I...
Oh, hi there. I'm Bittercup. Finally, someone who doesn't judge me. You know, the people here are just so quick to assume that they know everything about you. I mean, like, just because I'm different doesn't mean that I'm some sort of freak, you know? It's like, hello, this world sucks. No one gets that. They're all like, blah, 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 blah. What's wrong with that girl? God, it's so nice to have someone who understands. I mean, sure, when I left Little Lamplight, I was happy to be out of there. I was dating Pappy then, you know. I got here and he was like, Big Town will be safe. But it wasn't. This place is always under attack. But I don't date liars, so I dumped his ass and got with Flash. But that didn't last very long. Me and Time Bomb were a thing for a while, too. Don't you judge me. It's not my fault that the only guys in this town are liars and jerks. Oh, you can't break up with me. We're all going to die soon. Well, duh. Why do you think I'm breaking up with you? When I die, the last thing I want to worry about in my afterlife is breaking up with my once-alive boyfriend. Priorities. Oh yeah? What is it? Not that I care what you think. Really? I mean, good. No one wants to look like the boring slobs in this town anyway. Besides, if we're all going to die here, I at least want my corpse to look better than these inane wastelanders. You're not, seeing anyone right now, are you? Oh, well, I need to get going. But come back and visit me sometime, okay?
Account for something? He rescued me, at least. Things are looking good here, bud. You've seen those super mutants and their appetite? There's no way Big Town will survive with them around. From the look of things, I'd say a super mutant sat down in a ditch one day and shat out this town. I dragged myself here from Lamplight. I didn't believe all the stories about Big Town, but I wasn't about to let everyone else go there without me. A few dozen attacks on the town later, and here I am. Almost an ingredient in a super mutant chili cook-off. If those muties try to take me again, I'll give them something to worry about for a change.
What do you need? Oh, just grand, can't you tell? People are always dying to visit here and bring back souvenirs. I used to pay off or trick the slavers into leaving us alone. Not that it stops them much. Those mutants are the real problem. Too big to shoot down and too single-minded to outwit. They just keep coming. Oh, that. I know all about that nonsense. Flash isn't the smartest cookie in the jar, but he deserved better than Bittercup. She wouldn't be so bad if she just faced reality instead of doing that whole spooky girl routine. Yep, as long as you've still got the ass to sit down on, I can fix you up. I'm also in the market for medical supplies. Sure, here's what I can spare. Another satisfied customer. Be careful.
Try and hide! Come on! Let's kill him! Kill me this time, beauty bastards.
We did it!
Take...
We did it! You did it! You helped us defeat the mutants! Oh, we'll all feel safer now. Thank you so much. Thanks again for saving my life.
That, muties!
I think I'm going to build a little shrine to you. All I need is some incense sticks and candles. If the mutants get you, come back and haunt me.
Didn't think that'd work.
You mean we're still alive?
Yes?
Oh, my. I wasn't expecting any visitors. My. You certainly do look a little bit worn out from your travels. Oh, just look at my terrible manners. I'm Agatha. It's so nice to meet you. Now, what brings you all the way out here? Honestly, there's nothing much out here. Looking for sand? Rocks? We have plenty of that. You're welcome to look around this area, of course. Don't let me dissuade you. I'm just trying to save you some time. My husband built this place way out here for a reason. Rest his soul. Well, that's kind of you to say. Yes, he's gone. After he built this place, we spent many happy years together. We decided to cut off contact with the outside world and just depend on each other for comfort and company. Oh, goodness, no. I have a supply caravan that passes here maybe once a week. I trade with them for whatever I need, and I stock up enough till they return. Besides shelter, well, I offer something in the way of entertainment. I play songs on my homemade violin, and people trade me goods. If not in person, I use my husband's old radio set. The men in the caravan say it keeps their morale up on lonely nights in the wasteland. Thank you. Well, my husband had his hobbies. I'm afraid mine was making that sorry instrument. I only wish I could replace it with something better. But now that you mention it, yes, there is. My trading depends on my violin. Without it, I have nothing to play, no way to make music. If you can bring me a violin, a better one, I'd feel much more secure. Yes, very sad, isn't it? Sad to think that no more musical instruments will ever be made the old way ever again. Well, fortunately, I know where perhaps the last real violin in the world exists. If you give me your word that you will recover it, I will tell you more. Oh, I don't think I've been this happy in years. I have some information that may help you, at least a place to begin. It all starts with my great-great-grandmother back in 2007. Of a kind, yes, I suppose. It certainly is a long time. Anyway, Hilda was quite a special woman, classically trained. Her pride and joy was her. When the war reared its head, she was invited by Vault Tech into Vault 92. They claimed the vault would be. Vault Tech was always promoting the vaults being used for the preservation of the arts and all that nonsense. Hilda couldn't pass on a chance to meet many of the other musical talents of the world, so she accepted their invitation. Then the bombs fell, the vault was sealed, and my family never heard from her again. She kept it in a special pressurized case. Inside the case is the perfect temperature and humidity for the instrument. If the case is still functioning, the Stradivarius would be in perfect shape. Hilda's Stradivarius was named the Swa Stradivarius. All of them had names. That's what I want you to get. That's the catch. I have no idea where it is. I'd suggest making your way to Vault Tech headquarters in the D.C. ruins. That would be a good place to begin. Good luck! Watch yourself out there.
Ah, fellow student on the path of the wasteland. The type of safety that can... It's my pleasure to offer hot death in a variety of exciting flavors. Take your pick. Another satisfied keep your...
Oh! Ow! Oh! Ah! Ow! Ow!